So today we're going to look at a product from Linknal, an 18 gauge electric cordless brad nailer. So let's take a look. Instruction manual. Let's see what we got. We got a couple of 20 volt, 2 amp hour batteries come in the case, along with the charger, of course. We've got a pair of safety glasses. In addition, so you could hook it onto your belt. You can add that if you want. It comes with some nails. This will shoot anywhere from 5/8 inch long brad nails all the way up to 1 3/8 inch long. In here, my first impression, it's got some weight out in front on this. A little bit of weight out in front. Holding onto it like this, no problem. Holding it sideways, get a little front heavy maybe. Looks like a nice build. And it sits really nice on the bench. It sits flat on the bench after you get the battery on there. And with the battery on there, it actually makes the weight of it feel good. With it off, it felt a little bit more front heavy, but with it on, it kind of balances it all out. So that battery being added on there, since the last time I talked about it, has made a difference. So before we start firing any nails, what I'd like to do is just take a look at the contents of this little bag that they gave us. There is a belt clip that you could put on in here, but there's also another little piece that a lot of people may not understand. So on the back of this gun is this little cap, okay? And in order to take that cap off, they've conveniently put an Allen wrench right here that stores right on the gun itself. This Allen wrench can be used, it's got two different sizes, one size here and one size here. It can be used to maybe clear a jam. If you had a nail that jammed in here, it's useful for that. And this one is a little bit different size, so you need two for that to take that off. But in the back here, we got a cap that you can take off, and you can change the pressure inside this gun. If you're having difficulty driving nails through certain materials, you may want to change the pressure one way or the other. Maybe it's driving too deep. They've supplied a little pin in here that you can actually push in on that valve and relieve some of the pressure, or you can take this little unit here and you can screw it into the back and take maybe a bicycle pump or some other pump. I don't think I would use a compressor on this because you may blow out the guts of this. I'm not sure. It doesn't say a lot in the manual, but I would suggest you take a bike pump, screw it on here, check the pressure. You can go anywhere from, I think, 27 PSI, which may be how it comes, all the way up to, it says 75 PSI. So you could screw the bike pump on here, pump it up until you get to a little bit higher pressure, take it off, put the cap back on, and give it another shot and see if maybe you get the nail to drive the depth that you want. So that's kind of a nice little feature that I've never seen on a nail gun. Now, I don't quite understand exactly how it works, but what I think is happening is we're applying pressure to a spring inside of here. It's not like you have to pump the gun up and it only works for a while. It works on a battery, okay? But what this pressure does is it probably changes the positioning of a spring inside this gun and allows that spring to drive the nail in further or not as far, okay? So it's not like every once in a while you have to pump that up. That's not the case. Now, the other thing on this gun is it does have this setting on the side right here, this little switch. You've got on the top, you got single shot, and on the bottom, you got multiple shot. So if you're on single shot, you have to push the gun down, squeeze the trigger, come up, push the gun down again, squeeze the trigger. If you're on multiple shot, you can hold the trigger down and just go bink, 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 like that, okay? So that's how that works. It's very simple, and I will demonstrate. The other thing that they've supplied in here is safety glasses, which is wise to wear, all right? They're a little bigger than I like. I like my safety glasses that I have here in the shop, but these work, I'm sure, very well. Now, before we shoot the gun, why don't we add this belt clip to the side. All right, I just put the screw in there first. Slide my screwdriver in. And you could put it on either side if you're a lefty or a righty. You can put this clip on either side, just like so. So that way, I'm climbing up a ladder, I can hook that on my belt, get up there, come off and use it. So the belt clip's on there now. I'm going to put the Allen wrench back so I don't lose it. That slides right back into that hole and clips in there nicely. It's a nice little feature that they've, so you don't have to go searching for an Allen wrench if you have to clear a nail. And right now, I have 3/4 inch nails, 18 gauge 3/4. Didn't come with the gun. These are another company's nail. And I'm gonna just fire in the side of this piece of poplar. And you can see that nail is set just fine. And you can see it did come out the back side just a hair, because it is a 3/4 inch nail, and this is a 3/4 inch piece of poplar. And with that set in there, you are going to get it to come through. Now that's the single nail, so I have to push down, fire, come back up, push down, fire. If I wanted to, I can switch it to the other setting. Now I just push down, fire, 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 fire. Every single one of those nails that fast are all sunk the same amount, just perfectly. I'd say that worked out really well. Now to switch the nails, all you do is push this little red button, open the carriage, take that out, and we'll put 1 3/8 inch nails. This is the maximum. So like I said, anywhere between 5/8 of an inch and 1 3/8. Push that shut. And why don't we try putting this piece of poplar on the top of this 3/4 inch birch plywood. I'm going to try going quickly. Those nails all set perfectly. There's not a single nail that's sticking up. Those could be filled very easily. Now, of course, if you're dealing with maybe a hard maple or some other hardwoods, ash, rosewood, whatever it is that's much hotter maybe than a piece of poplar, you may have to adjust it. And there are 2 adjustments. The one I showed you already, you can change that air pressure inside that chamber, which will allow it to go deeper. Or you can use the wheel adjustment that changes the tip. So by spinning this wheel, if I go down, I should be able to go all the way back. And if I go up, that's going to move the tip out further. This black tip, you can see it maybe moving out. That's the full adjustment there. And then I can come all the way back, and that would be the deepest it can go. Right there. So you can adjust how deep your nails are going. So that maybe you want them a little deeper if you're going to fill around your door casing or whatever it is that you're using this for. I think this is a very nice gun. It's going to be something that we use in the shop a lot on various projects. It's great when you can just grab something. You don't have to have the air hose. You know, you can take it anywhere in the room with you. It comes with the charger, the 2 batteries, which, you know, they come on and off real simple. And once I put the battery on here, this is a pretty well balanced gun. All right. I think it said around 3 pounds, a little over 3 pounds, this gun. So it's not too heavy. I think my students will be able to use it just fine. So this is the Linknal gun. See it right there, Linknal. And you can get it in my TikTok shop or in the link down below. And I think you'll enjoy it very much. And that is your tip of the day.